Did you know that digital asset custody actually accounted for 20% of the total funding going into the blockchain space in just 2021? You might ask, what is digital asset custody and why is it important? Digital asset custody is often referred to as the safekeeping of digital assets of customers, and it lays foundation for a whole suite of services to flourish, such as exchange, bank, prime brokerage, accounting, just to name a few. It is widely regarded as the gateway to institutional adoption of crypto. Let's take a look at this market and see how big it is. As we can see on this chart, in the past 3 years, the total asset under custody has increased a dramatic 600% to cross over $200 billion US. And this has caught the attention of global investors who pumped in more than $4.5 billion US into this space in just 2021. So clearly, there's a huge interest and demand for digital asset custody. But in this fast-changing blockchain industry, you might be wondering, where is this market going in the next few years? A perhaps more interesting question to ask is, what are we ignoring today that might seem shockingly obvious in a few years later? So this is the question I want to discuss with you guys. I'm Jiang. I'm the co-founder and CTO of Cobo, which is the largest digital asset custodian and blockchain technology provider in Asia Pacific. I entered the crypto space in 2013 when I founded China's first Bitcoin wallet almost 10 years ago. And since 2018, we started building infrastructure to power crypto enterprises. And now we are serving more than 500 institutions and high net worth individuals in Asia Pacific. So in this talk, I'm going to share with you guys our perspectives on the following topics. First, what are the forces behind the development of digital asset custody, and what we think will be the future of digital asset custody, and what is the ultimate form of digital asset custody. So to understand the role and development of digital asset custody, we introduced a trinity model where custody is at the center of users, applications, and technologies. So because in the past few years, it has become more and more clear that these are the 3 main driving forces behind the development of digital asset custody. So let's dive into each of them. First, on the user side. In the past few years, we have seen rapid adoption of crypto. In 2021, just 1 year alone, the number of crypto owners has almost tripled from 106 million to 295 million users. And now the total number of crypto owners is estimated to be over 320 million users. And more important than the number of users actually is the type of users has also dramatically changed. From cyberpunks and programmers in the early days to ordinary retail users nowadays. And more large corporations and financial institutions have also jumped into this world. And we are also witnessing a large number of crypto-native organizations like DAOs and crypto funds, which are very popular these days. So clearly, so for the custodians, they need to cater to the varying requirements of new user groups. And second, let's take a look at the technology. So in the past few years, the underlying technology in the blockchain space has also evolved very quickly. Since the introduction of Bitcoin in 2009 to the invention of smart contract on Ethereum in 2015, and to all kinds of alternative smart contract-based blockchains like Cardano and Solana, etc. So it is clear that in the future, we are going to see more and more layer 1 blockchains and application-specific blockchains, and even modular blockchains with layered rollups. So all this presents new challenges for custodians. They need to understand, they need to keep up with this new technology and help their users to to navigate and leverage on these new technologies. And thirdly, we have seen an explosion of blockchain applications. Before 2020, the main applications around crypto is very simple, just mainly just crypto exchanges and wallet providers and payment services. But since 2020, smart contracts have actually fueled the explosion of blockchain applications. In 2020, it was all about DeFi, and 2021, NFT was taking the world. And this year, it seems DAO is becoming the next big thing in the crypto space. And right now, with more than 4,000 dApps, it is clear that Web 3.0 is going mainstream. So what this means for custodian is that they also need to understand the changing landscape of the blockchain application space and be able to help users to interact with these applications. So with this fast-changing nature of users, applications, and technologies, it is clear that not every organization in the world is able to build their own digital asset custody solution. So most of them resort to professional or experienced custody providers. But now the conversation between custody providers and customers has changed from, can you help me, can you really secure my assets, to how can your service best help me to interact with the whole ecosystem. So with this changing conversation, we make 4 predictions on the future of digital asset custody, as compared to the following aspects of digital asset custody of today. I'll go over them one by one. So prediction number 1 is that digital asset custody of the future needs to provide full-stack solution. Instead of just focusing on the secure key storage, as we know that blockchain applications are built on top of a 4-layered stack, from blockchain to smart contract to protocol and to application layers. And in the past few years, we've seen that each of the layers has become more and more complex. So custodians are expected to understand the workings of each of these layers and provide a seamlessly integrated solution to their users to be able to interact with the applications. And prediction number 2 is that custodians are expected to provide a unified user experience, especially in the multi-chain environment. It is clear that blockchain world is moving into a multi-chain, multi-layered environment. We will see more and more layer 1 blockchains, application blockchains, and layered rollups. And each of these chain or rollup might have its own applications, users, and assets. From users' point of view, the user experience is very fragmented. So they require a consolidated and unified user experience to enter this space. And prediction number 3 is that custodians are expected to adapt the existing retail user-oriented infrastructure into a more programmable and more institutional-friendly solution. As we mentioned earlier, more and more organizations and professional teams are entering space. And the demand for highly customizable solution to cater to their internal workflow needs and risk control policies will continue to rise. And prediction number 4, which is the last but not least, is that custodians will move toward full decentralization. As we know that custodians of today, most of them are centralized infrastructure-based. So this has the benefit that it's much easier to implement solutions to integrate their legacy systems or even customizable workflows. However, this poses the risk of a single point of failure. So as a result, many custodians have tried to decentralize their key storage by taking advantage of latest technologies like MPC or multi-sig wallets. However, we think that decentralization of key storage is the only first step. To achieve ultimate security and transparency, it is important to decentralize every layer in the stack, from key storage to access control, and even to application entry points. So with these 4 predictions in mind, we looked at the existing solutions on the market and try to see if there are any solutions that might be more promising in tackling these challenges. However, we didn't find any one solution that can handle all these challenges. And there's a very interesting area called decentralized custodian, which seems to be on the right direction. But we found there are some fundamental flaws in their design. I want to highlight 2 of them. The first mistake made by them is that the key storage is decentralized. However, the key access layer still remains centralized. So clearly, they are still facing the same risk that centralized custodian faces. And the second mistake made by some of the solution is that they try to implement a decentralized custodian with dedicated blockchain. However, in their design, users' assets are fully custodied by the blockchain. So when the blockchain is under attack or stops operation, then users' assets might come at the risk of complete loss. We believe that it is paramount to have users in full control of their digital asset, even in extreme cases, or at least provide them the capability to restore the control of their private keys. So, given that we didn't find any satisfying solutions on the market, we ask ourselves this question: if we set out to make the ideal custody solution, what would it look like? And our answer to this question is called Cobo chain. It is a decentralized custodian with a dedicated blockchain, but it is radically different from any of the existing solutions. Essentially, it is a community-driven, shared custody infrastructure that has the potential to power the entire blockchain ecosystem. So I'm going to give you a high-level introduction to Cobo chain, but I don't have enough time to dive into the technical details. So this is the high-level architecture overview. I will highlight 4 key features of Cobo chain. First is that it presents an open architecture that allows for easy integration with various kinds of blockchains and smart contract platforms, protocols, and applications to enable full stack solution. And second, it is blockchain agnostic. So from users' point of view, they can have a unified experience in accessing various kinds of target blockchains. And thirdly, it is highly programmable. It comes with a full-fledged smart contract platform. And in addition to that, it comes with an advanced business flow modeling and execution engine, which makes it the first of this kind in the world. And lastly, but not least, is that it is fully decentralized. All the layers in the stack, from key storage to access control and even application entry point, will be fully decentralized. They will be owned and driven by community. So that brings us to the end of this talk. In conclusion, we made 4 predictions on the future of digital asset custody. It needs to be first, full stack solution. Second, provide unified user experience. And third, it needs to be highly programmable. And last but not least, it needs to be fully decentralized. And Cobo chain is a very ambitious project that aims at tackling all these challenges in a complete solution. And we have actually been working on this project for a little while, and we hope to build a community around it. And we are aiming at launching the first version mid-next year. So we invite interested investors and community builders and partners or developers to join us, and let's build the digital asset custody of future together. I'm Jiang. I'm co-founder and CTO of Cobo. Thank you.